Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Move Me Back series. Today I have with me Christina Carmel. I'm going to use both your names because you said everybody else does. So. So it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So first of all, let me ask you, are you Ghanaian?
Yeah, fully.
Fully Ghanaian? Okay, nice. And how long have you been in Ghana?
It's coming up to 2 years.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm new to the game.
Yeah. Oh, well, 2 years is a lot longer than some people, trust me.
I know. I've heard.
I'm telling you, people come and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to move to Ghana. Then they don't make it.
6
so 2
months.
years, you're doing well.
Thank you. Hanging in there.
Yeah. So what do you do?
So I do a combination of different things. Music marketing, A&Ring.
Okay.
So that's the music industry stuff, and then television and like content creating and TV series. So film and entertainment as a whole bracketeer, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. And how did you get into that? Was it from the UK or is something you started
Yeah.
with?
So from the UK, I was doing music marketing and A&Ring. So I started off doing marketing for like Adekunle Gold, Tiwa, you know, Yemi Alade. But then I never really worked with the Ghana artists. So that was one of the things that everybody was encouraging me to do.
Right.
So when I kind of started, it was a lot more difficult to do it from the UK when a majority of them was here.
Right.
And then we went through a COVID period, and our lockdown in the UK was like 2.5 years or
That
2.25.
was crazy.
They were trying to lock us in. I said immediately no.
No.
Immediately no. As soon as we came out of that lockdown, my bags was packed. I said, okay, you know what?
Really?
It's time to get out of here. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so was it because of your career that you chose Ghana? Why specifically Ghana?
I think obviously Ghana is home.
Yeah.
You see, the thing about Ghana is there's always windows of opportunity because a lot of the infrastructures are still being built. So you always feel like you can come in and you can come and add your 2 cents. Oh, I can come in and do this. There's always a window as opposed to going somewhere else where the infrastructure is completely already built.
Hey, you're a smart girl.
I try.
No, because you know, the reason I'm saying that is because for so many people, they don't quite get that. They come and then they complain about certain things are not done, the roads are not done, but they don't understand. But
There's a window.
That's it.
There
There's
is
a
a
window
window.
because there's a window of opportunity because these things haven't been done. Because I guarantee you, when the whole place is done, moving here is not going to be easy. You're going to like really struggle. It's going to be even more
There
expensive.
are always
to be
different
here.
hurdles.
Right.
Because once they clean up the infrastructure and everything is functioning, then you have to deal with old traditions, culture, all of that has to shift with the new times, and that's what we're seeing.
Exactly.
That's what we're seeing.
So I'm assuming that you used to go back and forth, right, before? Okay. So have you seen a difference between coming back and forth and actually physically living
Oh
here?
yeah. Oh yeah. When you first come, especially if you're only coming like during December time or Easter time, that's not Ghana.
Right.
It's not realistic. It's not it. You will cry because it's not real.
Yeah.
So I think when I was coming back and forth, the first time I came was 2016.
Yeah.
And it was like it was blossoming, but you had to know the right people to enter the spaces where it was aesthetically like, oh, okay.
And there wasn't many places.
And there wasn't many places.
Yeah.
I remember everyone used to go to what's that, Coco Lounge? Remember in the airport?
Yeah, with the big massive.
Yeah, and there was another place like that used to be the spot.
Yeah.
And that you would go to Soho, and I remember Soho there was another place, like there were certain spots.
Yes.
Left, came back, 2019. A lot more is happening now. A lot more clubs, a lot more hospitality places, a lot more restaurants. And then went back, came back again, 2021.
Yeah.
And then Ghana's different. Ghana looking hella Western.
Yeah.
Hella Western, like, wow.
Yeah.
Completely different.
What do you think has caused that though?
A lot of, obviously, year of return, that whole year of return kind of structuring and the policies and everything they put around that was a ploy to get everybody to come back. And obviously, if you're going to send everybody home, you better fix your house.
So many people now are moving back. Sometimes you're like, you meet people and you're like, I didn't know you were in Ghana. Like, it's crazy bumping into people.
So many, it's diverse as well.
Yeah,
it's really diversifying.
Is. I would actually say that I've come into contact with more different types of people living here than I ever did in the UK. Like, I had my small circle of people and that was it. I didn't know anybody. But here, It's so diverse.
And it's diversing more and more and more.
Yeah.
It's changing.
I know. So tell me one of the biggest culture shocks you got moving here.
The biggest culture shocks.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me, obviously, like growing up in a Ghanaian household, your parents will remind you of who they are. So I think regardless of where you are, you always have a piece of culture anyway, like regardless. But I think living here, the mindset of the people will rock your world.
Yeah.
It will rock your world, and you have to retrain yourself. If you was not patient before, become patient. If you wasn't understanding before, please gather some understanding. Buy some if you have to, because the mindset of the people, as much as the country is developing, they're still getting there. As the country is moving forward, they're also having to get there as well. And I think that is what is very difficult. It can get real technical. I think that's the biggest shock for me, because it's the people that you need to bypass to do certain things, and while you're like 5 years ahead, woo,
Do you think you can actually change the people here?
You can't. And this is the bit that's difficult for me, because in order to create entities that we understand, because we come from the Western, so naturally we're all automatically, we're automatically about 10 years ahead. We've seen what they're now seeing.
Right.
So
it's almost like we're in hindsight, right?
And then, so you have to bring them there, because this is the thing that I find with a lot of businesses, because they can't get the people to move, they outsource. Everything is international. Everything is exported out. But how sustainable is that? It can be, but it cuts the people out. And this is what I'm noticing now in a lot of businesses. It's like, do you bring the people along and fight the fight, or do you just export? As in, even hire your staff in, hiring people to come in to train the staff. It's a difficult one. That's the most difficult thing. You
make a really, really good point, actually, because it's one of those ones where you have to choose. Are you going to take the time to educate people from ground zero, or are you just going to say, look, I need my business to work, so you're going to bring
people in? And
it's a tough one.
It is, and it's a sad one, because a lot of people have made the decision of they're just going to bring people in, and then it gets to a point where it's like, all right, this year I might try. And then somebody will come and embarrass you and then remind you why it's not. And I've had situations like that. I've had projects that I've done where the whole team was Ghanaian. Everybody had to go.
Really?
Then everybody had to go. But then I always give grace. You have to give grace.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because there's a lot of miscommunication that can happen along the way.
And we're learning each other. We're learning each other. And it's a mindset thing, and so then you start again, you try again. Then they show you who is boss, and then it's like, you know what? And I got to a point where I was just like, I have to, my own people, I have to, because my people, as I say. My people.
No, that's really sad.
It's sad. It's hard.
Yeah. Do you think it's causing a lot of division between the diaspora and the local people?
It is. And I've been in situations where I've been in the middle of it. I felt it. You feel that heaviness. Ooh, yeah. And it makes it so difficult to. This was one of the reasons why I made a decision that I can't join any infrastructure in Ghana. So I cannot, unfortunately, work for any Ghana companies. And it's not to say, I'm not coming in like I'm the biggest entrepreneur. I'm like, not Rick Ross. I'm the biggest. But no, I came in and I tried. Let me infuse my knowledge with the infrastructures here. However, there are one thing is just like, oh, she's coming in, UK girl, she thinks she knows anything. Then you have this Obroni business. I'm fair-skinned, okay. Oh, Obroni. And then it's so many things. And there was one company that I wasn't in, but I was testing the waters. I was like, I'm a dilly-dally here and see how it goes. There were times where you'll go in and it's like, they won't even greet.
Oh.
They won't even
On
greet.
purpose?
Yeah, of course they could see you, and I'm tall as hell. You ain't gonna miss me. You can see me.
Right.
Yeah, they won't even greet. So that it's like when I do have conversations like this, I can say, no, I've actually done it. So I can, when
Right.
I'm talking what I'm talking, because I've done it. Because I could have easily come here.
Yeah.
I have my own stuff anyway, but I was like, let me just, because it's like you have to say you've tried to do it. And then talk. Don't talk if you ain't done.
Thank you. Yeah.
Don't talk if you ain't done. I've done it.
Exactly.
I can sing this song and I can tell you, if somebody else comes in, depending on how they are, I can tell you, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't go there. Just
Yeah.
do your own thing. Make your own money. Be self-employed. Keep it moving. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
What a wow. What a wow.
No, but that's good. I'm just listening to you speak because you're giving the real for what it is. Some people can't handle this truth, right? Because they just want you to say all the good stuff, and it's not that you're being negative or you're even trying to be negative. This is the real, and it's important for people to understand this, because otherwise when you come here, you will get a culture shock. As I said before, I've seen many people turn around and go home for small things, or things that I probably would consider small now. And it's like,
a lot of my friends have gone now. I think I'm about the last one left.
Really?
Yeah. One of my, I don't know if I'm going to say this on camera, but if he sees it, well, one of my friends said he was going for medical. He ain't been back since.
Really?
Yeah. He ain't been back since. He said he was going for medical.
Wow.
He ain't been back since.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And to be self-employed as well,
Yeah.
it's not easy. Because when you're here as well, you have to earn pounds or dollars, darling. Otherwise, the thing not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And I've done it. So I can say I've done it where I've earned city, and I'm like, get somebody else to do it. Honestly, it's not. Ooh, when you convert it back.
Yeah. Okay. So give me an example of what you were roughly being paid, so that people understand what it's like.
So I think one, like with television, because obviously I do presenting, so I think they told me the generic salary was 1,200, right? So that's the generic TV presenter salary. But then I come in, I know it's all the talk, we have to offer you something more because, you know, you're from the UK, we have to offer you something more. But I don't think I've ever got more than 3,000.
Really?
Which is about what, £200, £200. Bearing in mind, if I go to ShopRite, and this is why I said it's not possible. I went to ShopRite. By the time I finished my grocery shopping, half the money was gone.
That's what I'm saying. That's transport money.
Well, get somebody else to do it. It's not possible.
Yeah.
I can say I've done it.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
So unless you are earning pounds or dollars, it's not.
It's really
it's not
hard.
possible.
Yeah,
it's not possible.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct, because Ghana is so expensive. I know people come here and they look at the conversion and they say, oh, I can get in an Uber for £2 and go all the way to Kumasi or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean?
Don't convert.
It doesn't work like that, because you're not looking at the full picture. Because when you have to start doing your groceries, when you go to a restaurant to meet somebody, those things take money. You'll be surprised how much you can spend here.
And then Ghanaians like to do business meetings.
Yes.
Everybody, let's meet.
Yes.
Let's meet. Things that can happen over Zoom and phone, let's meet.
Yeah.
But when you're meeting, you have to buy drink.
Yeah.
You have to buy food. You
Yes.
have to, some nibbles.
Exactly. Costs money. Where's your 3,000 city salary now?
I was just like, get somebody else to do what? And people are earning that and surviving.
I just feel like, and I've said this so many times actually, that if you're not entrepreneurial, you can't live in Ghana unless you're going to live local, like 100% local. You can't live it. It's not for you. So it will test you and push you to see if you are entrepreneurial. So you'll come here, it will give you that grace.
You will learn.
Find something to do or live local. Make your choice.
And quickly.
Yeah.
And quickly.
And that's it.
And quickly.
Yes.
Because the country's shifting. And not in a good way. I think as much as, yes, everybody's here, you know, the Spike Lees, and it's all, everybody come home. But we haven't finished cleaning up house. We haven't finished. And this is a little bit of the thing that frustrates me. We haven't finished cleaning up house. And so what we are doing is we are putting rugs and carpets over our debt. We are in debt, people. And so like these moments, like we're saying, where everybody's here, I find it quite interesting because it's like we've put on our best cologne and our best dress,
Yeah.
but there are issues back home. And so why are we just not just clean up house first,
Yes.
and then everybody can return?
That's so lovely that you're saying that, honestly. What would you say are some of the things that Ghana needs to do, like right now, to improve?
Clear the debts, right? Clear all of them from ECG all the way down to the IMF. Clear all the debts first of all. Let's go into neutral. Let's go into neutral. We don't owe no one nothing, right? Let's stop exporting. It don't make sense. Like if we start going into the powers of Africa, right? Like we're not even gonna go down that road, but we have the source. We have everything. We have everything we need to sustain and survive, and hold our own. We don't need all of these people to come in and do and it's and that's a mentality thing that we talk about. Let somebody else come in and do it for us. We have pineapple, we'll give it to you, you give us pineapple juice. We have cocoa.
That's the maddest thing, isn't it?
You make the chocolate and give it. How does that make sense? Where and these are all the things that are in production that to make us money. The year of return thing to me is a funny one because people are returning to come and pay. Cheese is £15 when I converted it.
What?
Cheese. A block of cheese is £15. Do we pay £15 for cheese in the UK?
Oh, hell no.
Why?
I don't want it then.
Why?
What?
Why?
So some things are just basically just way overpriced.
Why?
Way over.
So what are people coming to do exactly if salaries are not high? If everything is expensive. What do you want people to come here and so you want everybody to come here and be entrepreneurs? So how do you take a percentage of that? If I have my business and all my business is I'm here, but all my business is tied overseas. You can't take tax from me. And what e-levy and all these. All right, cool. I'll go Bondi and pay a little e-levy, but that's as much as you don't know how much I'm earning. And I'm not saying government should even start because I know you lot. These lot will start.
I know.
You entrepreneurs come and declare your salary. We are okay, but. You're not. That lets me know they're not thinking like that. If all of us are coming to be entrepreneurs, all you're gaining from that is a look that a load of people are here. It's just a look.
They're not tapping into.
It doesn't do for you. So it's like, let's clean up house. Let's just stop all of this good lookings, and we love a good look here.
Yeah,
you know?
no, we do.
We do.
Ooh, especially December. Oh, we can sell Ghana in December. Like.
And that's what the first thing that people told me would like. I was gonna see packaging. And I was like, okay. But there's nothing like Ghana packaging. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like Ghana packaging.
Yeah. You're so true.
It's so.
Tell me some of the things that you love about being here. What is amazing about Ghana?
It is just a sense of peace.
I love it. That's what I always say.
That you have never experienced in your life.
You can't buy that, can you?
You can't.
Yeah.
It's so much slower, but I'm like, is that a good thing or it can be. It has its being slow has its advantages and disadvantages. It's a lot more slower. It gives you time to think and breathe, process and plan.
Right.
I think if you're one of those people who you're in transition in your life and you need stillness to plan, everything around you is getting chaotic. Because I think that's what was happening to me. Everything in UK was just getting chaotic. I knew what I was doing, but what did the next steps of my life look like? And I couldn't even have stillness enough to plan and process.
Right, exactly.
When I came to Ghana, because I've only been here like a year and a half, coming up to a year. I haven't even been here like a long time like that. But as soon as I came to Ghana, I knew exactly what I needed to do and then hit the ground running. And in the first 6 months, I had done more than I had ever done in about 3 or 4 years of my music career in London.
Really?
Oh yeah. Don't come here unless you have savings, money to back up, accommodation.
That's a big one.
I was renting for the first year, then moved back home. I had people in the house, and then I had waited for them to go, then I moved back into the house. Renting, yeah, humble you very quickly.
Yeah.
Humble you. It was so convenient, but woohoo, that money was just...
I mean, as well, and if you're earning 3,000 cities a month, what are you renting exactly?
It is, yeah. So have backup money. I had backup money anyway. I have my pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the thing, and I know a lot of people, if you don't have savings, save.
Yeah.
Have an outline of when you want to come to Ghana and just save that. And then network like you have never networked in your life, right? Networking is my formula. I sometimes share, sometimes don't, because I think a lot of people don't understand what networking means.
Break it down for us.
Networking isn't just, let me introduce myself, this is my name, I hope to see you again. You ain't going to, and why, the person may or may not remember you.
Yeah.
Networking to me is you need to leave a presence. You drop value onto somebody. You are unforgettable.
Right.
You have to be. When you see me again, you will know exactly who I am.
Right.
That is, to me, is networking. If I reach out to you, I don't need to introduce myself.
Right.
You are of value. You have to be very, very, very valuable. But in that being valuable, you have to have something to offer. And I think this is where people make the mistake, because it's like, I don't approach anybody if I don't have anything to offer. I don't understand how people do that. And people do it with me all the time. And you come to, all the time. But it's like, what do you want me to do? Or, and this might sound funny, but what do you want me to do, or what do you want me to do for you if you don't know what you want?
Right. Right.
By the time I come to you, I know exactly what I need from you. I just need to persuade you enough to do it.
Right.
That is networking. And that level of networking is what will shift you from where you are to where you're going. And that's anywhere. That's just not even, that's not even Ghana. That is anywhere in life. But then Ghana, this is a gem that people don't know. Ghana has accessibility like no other place.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy, isn't it?
Whee!
It's crazy who you can access here.
Whee! I have met people that I have friends who in London, by the time I get through security, long. The people that I have in my phone. I walked up to Stormzy, met Stormzy's mum. Michaela Cole is a good friend of mine. I could, if we start talking, listen. Access. I've been into events where the president is just there.
Isn't that mad?
Just there. You're president.
Right.
However everybody sees it.
Yeah.
But by the time you get to Biden or Uncle Boris, you've gone through.
You can't even be in the same building as them.
People in top position, because everybody is equal.
Yeah.
And that's Ghana. And that's Ghana.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Game changing.
If you don't take that and think that this is of value and be able to use it to project yourself, then I don't know where else you can live, honestly speaking, because here, the opportunities, the things you can tap into and have access to are great. They're mind-blowing. Like, if you really want to work hard and hustle, this is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
But then this, I think, goes down to you need to know what you're doing. You need to have a plan.
No, don't come with the talking.
Yeah.
Like you said, value, right?
Because it's, as much as we talk about it, it's not as easy as that.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as that. But I think you do have to know what you're doing. You do have to have a plan. Once you have a plan, like I want to start this business or I want to get into this industry. Ooh. Yeah. Game changing. It's I think those are the key values and beautiful things about Ghana.
Yeah.
Equal. It's an equal, there's no UK. Oh, you will learn about hierarchy and positioning.
You know your place.
Know your place.
Yeah.
And there's a ceiling. Whereas in Ghana, there isn't really.
Yeah.
There will be if you don't know what you're doing. And that's when people go back.
Yes.
Because they don't know how to knock down that next level.
Yeah.
But if you know what you're doing and you know how to play the game, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
So do you see yourself going higher and higher up in your field? Well, you should anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, it's like I came in and like the first 6 months, I was just like boom, 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 boom. And then I had accessibility. And with accessibility, I was able to tap in to a whole new circle where it's like, oh, this is a whole new lane. Because in this circle, I can do this, this, this. I'm like, now it's like I have people around me who are like Grammy nominated, which means now the things I can do now and the clientele I can take on, and with the music marketing and A&Ring, I'm A&Ring, even though I came into the game working with already established people. So I think that's a bit like, to say like I had that kind of foundation.
Yeah.
But accessibility allows me to have clients that we just, like, even though to say I didn't adore the people that I already worked with, but it's a whole new like playing field. You know, just like even being able to like liaise and take advice from heads at Netflix about projects and get advice from, because imagine if I'm able to now get my project in there, you've given me the blueprint of how I get in through accessibility. So now when I create with intention. And I know how to, so it's a whole different, you have to like play the game and know what you're doing, and it's like I have this product, I want it to be, for example, like if you have a product and you say I want it to be shelved in Harrods, for example, and you know that the owner of Harrods is coming to Ghana. Now, if you move with intention, accessibility will permit you. It's not inaccessible anymore. And that's Ghana. That's Ghana for you. It's mad.
I mean, like, you sound like you're doing a lot of stuff while you're here. I mean, when you said to people that you were going to move to Ghana, what was your response? What was the response like for you?
Even down to my family. Like, obviously, my mum left Ghana when she was about 18. So she was like, oh, don't do it. Please don't do it. And then so things are happening now. And she's like, see, I told you. See what I told you. But then now she's like, oh, I'm glad you went because you are seeing life through a different lens. A lot of people now are still like, oh, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? A lot of people are surprised I'm still here. After they say that after you hit the 6 months threshold, then we know you're in for the kill type of thing. So yeah, but a lot of people were just like, like it's good, but the mindset of the people will just frustrate you, and then you start a business and they'll mess it up, and so it's just like, yeah, a lot of people even now, as much as Ghana has moved so far forward, are still like,
But I think you're always going to get people that are like that. There's always going to be those naysayers where they'll be like, you can't do it, don't try it, I know, I couldn't do it, and I was born there. And I'm like, there you go. Keep your stories for yourself.
It's a different time as well.
Yeah, right.
It's a different time.
It's completely different.
It's a different time. I think you have to, you just have to really have an outline, man. You have to have an outline. I think a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't have an outline, and so they come here and they try a few things, it doesn't work, and it's like, oh, Charlie.
No, try something else.
And then the conveniency, I think the Western world is a trampoline. We have systems that allow you to be okay even when we have like benefits. We have benefits, you know. Security of a active 9 to 5 that, you know, each and every month you will get a paycheck.
Right. Some people, that's why I said you have to be entrepreneurial to be here, because it's scary to cut those things off when you're leaving the West to come here. No more child benefit. No more nothing. You have no safety net.
You have no, literally. But that's the exciting bit. That's the bit.
It is though, isn't it?
That's it.
It is exciting.
Because if you can make it in Ghana, you can make it absolutely anywhere.
No, really.
That's what keeps you alive. That's what keeps you working. That's
and
what
you enjoy what you do, and that's the best thing ever.
Freedom.
The best.
The freedom.
And that's what makes you feel like you're finally living life.
Freedom. I think there's no security. There's no gates, there's no barriers. You don't work, you don't eat.
That's it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you don't work, you don't eat, so you will work
Yeah, you will.
because you need to eat, and the
Yeah.
cost of living is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It really
So
is.
you will find a way,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you'll be all right.
Yeah, you will.
You will be all right.
The worst thing that can happen to you is that you have to pack up and go back. I always say that to people. So why
Yeah.
not try it? If
Yeah.
you have that urge
Yeah.
and you feel like you can make a difference here, why not try it? What's the worst?
And you can always come back.
That's it.
You can reload, restart again,
'Cause now
get
you
your
know what
money
to
up,
do.
re-up on your money and come back. Yeah.
That's it.
And do it differently. Learn from your mistakes. If you were renting before, now you know, like, okay,
Yeah.
should I go stay with the family? You will make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
So my final question to you was going to be, what advice would you give someone that wants to move here? But I feel like you've already just answered it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you have anything to add to that.
I think, but I wouldn't advise though that you come now.
Okay.
I wouldn't advise people to come now
Why is that?
because we're still cleaning up house. I think wait a little bit. I would advise people to just wait a little bit if you want to come and live in Ghana, unless you are 100% ready to rock and roll.
Right.
We're in a difficult time at the moment. I think there's a lot of, and I don't know if you feel it, but there's a little bit of frustration in the air. I think a lot of people are like trying to figure themselves out.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get that. You will get the hospitality still there, but people are a little bit stressed.
Yeah.
A little
It's really hard.
at the moment.
It
It's
is.
people are a little bit stressed. So if
Yeah.
you just wait it out, when people have a little bit more grace and a little bit more, I think people are still trying to figure themselves out.
Yeah.
So you might not get what you would have got if you had come 2 years ago. It's because a lot of people have said to me, "Oh, you should have come 2 years ago." Or I came when we were okay and we fell.
Right.
So I had a bit of time to prepare.
Right.
But if you're just wait. I would say just wait a year. We're in a weird space. We're cleaning up. We're cleaning
The economy
house.
is really crazy right now.
We're cleaning up house. Give us time to just mop it up a little bit, and then we're back. Come and enjoy, and eat your fruit and chill and relax.
Exactly. So where can people find you if they want to know a bit more about you?
You can find me on most of all the platforms, Instagram, Twitter. So it's Christina Carmel on most of all the platforms, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. I don't use Facebook, so.
Yeah, I don't think anybody uses it. Anybody uses Facebook these days?
I'm like,
still exists.
Yeah, no, but yeah, you could just hit me up. I'm always just like open to talk and chat. I talk to everybody. Like we're all family.
Yeah.
I'm always here to advise, and we have to. Knowledge is to be shared.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for
You
coming
are.
on
I love this. This was. I love this.
It's just a nice, natural conversation.
I love it. I love it.
I prefer
Keep
it that
doing
way.
what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are more than welcome.
Okay, guys, that's the end of today's video. Please do head over, check out her socials. If you want to ask her anything, I'm sure she's open. If she has some time, she'll respond to you. Yeah, but if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, we are out. Nutitfafa.